Hey, welcome to Fort Tarkin Gaming. Today I want to talk about the things that I want to see in Halo Infinite. There's a lot I want to see, but basically the general principle being is that I want to see like a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate amount of content, or a Breath of the Wild, or Red Dead Redemption, and not a Halo 5, not an Anthem, or not a Crackdown. I want this to be a complete, solid game. It needs to be polished when it comes out. It needs to have lots of content. Other Halos have come out with, it seems like with every game, you get less and less content. Halo 5 was an absolute disaster when it came out. And we cannot have that again for Halo if Halo is going to succeed. I'm glad that they are taking their time. I want them to take as much time as they need. Which I doubt it's going to actually happen, but delay it 5-6 years. Like give them a long time. Pull a Rockstar. Make this an absolutely unbelievable game. So polished. Has an amazing, well-paced story. That's what needs to happen for Halo Infinite. No more of this, let's rush it out in 2 years garbage. Microsoft needs to get their exclusives back on top. They did so good way back in the day, but they need to give them more time. Sony is crushing them in exclusives. They have not had hardly anything worth playing this console generation. Crackdown 3 was a disgrace. Halo Infinite needs to be perfect when it comes out. Halo Infinite's story needs to be very well paced. It needs to make sense. No more Halo 5 garbage. And also, I loved Halo 4. I thought the story was great. However, I should not have to read books, even though I am a big Halo fan. I like reading the books, but I should not have to read the books in order to enjoy the whole entire game. That is unacceptable and needs to stop. So we need a Master Chief focused story, which I'm glad that they've confirmed that that's what's happening. Also, I'd like to see the story focus on the Arbiter. I mean, Arby and the Chief. Come on, let's get this back together. I mean, these are what makes Halo classic. I don't know why 343 thought that it was a good idea to change all of this, but get that back together. Also, needs to be coherent. Make it fun to play. I mean, I want to be able to play over and over and over again. I've played all the Halos multiple times, except for I played Halo 5 once, which was painful. And then I played it a second time with my wife because I wanted her to know what was happening in the future for Halo. We planned on playing all of them, and holy crap, it was painful. So I want them to be replayable, just a good story. Please give us a good story, 343. The gameplay needs an overhaul. I would rather see it come back to a more classic gameplay Halo loop. However, I do think it needs to evolve. It just needs to be fun. I don't think there needs to be iron sights. I don't want Call of Duty / Titanfall 2 gameplay. I want it to feel like Halo. Let me zoom in with the sticks instead of the left trigger. I mean, that's always been the grenade. I mean, just make it feel like Halo. Bring it back to a more classic thing. I would like to see some changes, but please make it feel like Halo again. So if Halo Infinite is going to have an open world, it needs to be Red Dead Redemption like, or Breath of the Wild like, and not Anthem or Crackdown. Anthem and Crackdown don't have much going on. Crackdown 3 specifically. But they don't have much going on. It doesn't feel very fun to just go out and play. No matter how great the gameplay is, Anthem has great gameplay, but there's nothing meaningful to do. It's not like Red Dead Redemption or Breath of the Wild. So if you're going to do that, please give us lots to do and meaningful side content, not this check off the list bullcrap that I keep seeing in Anthem and even in Crackdown. Really, you gotta make everything meaningful. Also, give us the animals, which I'm glad to see that we saw that in the gameplay trailer. We got animals, but make them dynamic. If you think back to the E3 reveal for Anthem, you saw there was this big giant monster coming at you. It looked very dynamic, and then you get into the game and it's just monster spawns and kind of punches. Yeah, it's just make things more dynamic. Like, let them be out there. Like Red Dead Redemption did it perfectly. You just stumble upon something and it's doing its own thing. You might see a wolf eating a turkey or whatever. Give us that. Give us all the animals cut from Halo 1. Also, let's see the Halo Reach animals. And you can do it in such a way where you have on the Halo ring the different sections of the environment, so that you can have like a Halo Reach section of the environment. They make things look like it did in Halo Reach. Like, give us the MOAs again and those big things with the giant tusks. Also, I think what would be cool is stealth mechanics. Like, if we hide in the bush, I don't want the AI seeing us. I also want it to be possible. It's like the other Halo campaigns kind of want you, like I know Halo Reach had that section where it was like, it seemed like it was going to be a stealth mission, and it seems like it's just impossible basically to do it stealthily. So like, actually make it possible. If you're gonna hint at stealth mechanics, make it possible. Also, give us bases, like for the Banished, for the UNSC, the Created, like almost like Far Cry style, where you take over the base and then you have that. But then I also want to see like the Banished or the Created coming back and trying to take your bases. You can do upgrades to the bases, add turrets, try to get more Marines or ODSTs or other Spartans in there to help defend. But I think that would make the gameplay a lot more meaningful, a little bit more deep. But yeah, make that very dynamic. Also, I think it'd be cool if let us climb up things, kind of almost Breath of the Wild style, but like let us climb up in a tree and snipe. I think that'd be really cool. I know this is kind of backtracking what I said earlier, but I think at least maybe in campaign, give us a prone. Let us hide down. Give us Spartan ghillie suits for like the rumored RPG mechanics. You could give us the Spartan ghillie suits, or make it so that we can do the active camo more often and let us do the upgrades for it. I mean, there's so much you can do. Also, give us the jackals in the trees. I know there's that Halo Headhunters short story, and they made the motion comic out of it, and there's always that scene where you see the Spartans prone and they snipe the jackal out of the tree. I always wanted to play that scene in a game, so basically that's why I'm saying climb up trees and give us the prone and whatnot. But Halo has such great content, especially in the expanded universe. They need to bring that more into the games. Just make everything more dynamic. Halo and Battle Royale, I think, are a perfect combination. I remember back in the day playing Halo Reach, and there was a game type that people would call Hunger Games, and it was awesome. It was a Battle Royale mode, a little mini one, but it was so much fun. You would fight for all the weapons in the cornucopia, then you'd find some other weapons throughout the map. And Halo is its gameplay is perfect for this kind of thing. And if you make it in such a way that you can just forge those elements into all the other game types that you add for Battle Royale, then you can have so many more game types. That's what's made Halo 3 onward so much more fun, is that there were so many ways you could just change up the gameplay. And if you add Battle Royale as forgeable items, that will make things so much better. Like, add in ODST drop pods. I know that people have been trying this forever, and in Halo 5 seemed like it's been closer than ever, but let us drop from wherever we place it, and then control it on the way down. Just, you know, however much you can adjust it in the controls for Forge. How much control we have over the ODST drop pod. Like, there's so much we could do. And with Halo 5, you added in weapon attachments. I know that you made them with the cards and all that garbage that you did with the microtransactions and loot boxes that you added. Let us add the attachments on in-game. Give us all of those for the weapons that are already in the sandbox and make a battle royale out of it. I think Halo's a perfect game for a battle royale, so I really want to see battle royale join Halo and make it forgeable. I want lots of vehicles to return. Basically everything that they had in Halo 5 to return, updated, more classic art style visuals. Also, give us the Pelican. I know you let us pilot it for one mission in Halo 4, but let us do it in multiplayer in any game mode. It needs to be pilotable. Also, bring the Brute Choppers back. I don't know why those were ever cut. The Hornet, bring the Hornet back. The Falcon. Give us the Locust from Halo Wars. Heck, give us tons of vehicles from Halo Wars. There's so many interesting vehicles in Halo Wars. I know that all of them wouldn't quite work, but it's fun to have more than less. So give us more. Maybe even if they don't maybe make that much sense in terms of the gameplay, who cares? Let's have it. Let's give us more content, not less. Also, it's been hinted at too many times, and we haven't been able to do it, but we need to pilot a Scarab. Just let us pilot the Scarab. I mean, let us do it in multiplayer, especially just give us huge maps, higher player counts, and let us pilot the Scarab. I think that would be so awesome, having a map with 2 Scarabs on it. It's just a battle to the death between the 2 Scarabs, and people are flying around with Banshees and Hornets and Falcons and whatever else, Phantoms. Give us Phantoms and Spirits back. Let's see more. I think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, not Crackdown. We need playable elites again. I understand why they were taken out because of worries about multiplayer balancing, but really, if you want to do competitive Halo, you can make it so everybody's a Spartan. But let us play as elites. Like, why does that matter so much? It's a fun game. It doesn't need to be this hyper competitive bullcrap. Not everybody is about that. You can have your ranked game modes or playlists where people have to be a Spartan. But for big team battle, why does it matter if I'm running around as an elite? It should not matter. Let us play how we want to. Stop taking away content. Give us playable elites again. Also, let us play as the Arbiter again. Let us see. I loved in Halo 2 where you got to see things from the Arbiter's perspective. Armor customization needs to be at Halo Reach standards at the very minimum. We need to have just ridiculous amounts of things that can be earned in-game. No more loot boxes. I mean, eventually those are going to be illegal anyway. It's just gambling. No matter how many times you want to spin it 343, it's gambling. However, if you want to put microtransactions in, sure, let people buy it, but also make it so that people can actually work and buy it. I know that people don't really like Star Wars Battlefront, but I do think one thing that they did do well now that they've fixed the game is that you can actually work for any cosmetic that you want that they add on a monthly basis. At this point, it needs to be the same, and it's not easy per se, and I think it is rewarding when you do have to put in some good gameplay. Like, I know the General Grievous Shattered skin was a ton of credits to get, but it's also a really freaking awesome skin. I was happy to work for getting that skin. You can do the same thing in Halo Reach, and the people who want the whales that you want to mooch off of, they can pay for some of the skins, but the rest of us just work for it. The elites need to get the same exact treatment as the Spartans do. The multiplayer maps for Halo 5 were frankly pretty pathetic. Everything was just pretty. I know there were some exceptions, but it seemed like everything was just a human ship or city with pipes and whatnot going everywhere. It's like, can we please, like, Halo has so many varied environments. Like, you can do legacy content from books. Like, let us see the last stand of the Spartans on Reach, or the it's been a while since I've read some of these books, but I know that there was a moment in, I think, Ghosts of Onyx, where they were fighting at a portal trying to get Dr. Halsey in there, and let us fight. Let's see what that looked like. Make it a map. Heck, I want to see the swamps from Halo 1 back, like those funky plants with the glowing greens on them. Give us a map updated and enhanced by the Xbox One X and Xbox Anaconda. Like, let's get all of that. Let's see what the Brute homeworld looks like. We need more deserts, and we've seen like give us grassy plains. Like, there's so much you can do. Just give us lots of maps, but also make them varied, and no more of these kind of half forged, half developer made bullcrap that you try to pull in Halo 4, or Halo 5. Like, what? I get what you were trying to do, but just put the time and effort to make the game actually worth buying. Ever since Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out, I realized that so many games just do not have the content that they should. It seems like every year we get promised that these games are going to get better and better, and it's just everything gets worse and worse. We get less and less content than we did when the old one shipped. Just give us a feature-rich game right out of the get-go. Get yourself perfect 10s on all of your reviews. The game will sell, especially with the name recognition of Halo. Make it something that people absolutely have to go out and buy. Thanks for watching the video. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about what you want to see in Halo Infinite down below. I know that there is lots of controversy surrounding Halo and what needs to be there in the next game, and what they're doing with the gameplay and the story and all of that. But let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see. Hopefully Halo Infinite will actually be worth the Halo name this time. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, all is as the Force wills it.